Hi, my name is Ola Beilock. I'm on the Ogilvy Media Influence team based out of New York. Not too long ago, former New York Times technology columnist David Pogue issued a note offering a free PR critique based on the hundreds of pitches he received every day. Unfortunately, this is something we commonly see on bad pitch blogs. His rule number one for PR folks: know your target. So why is this important, and what does pitching the right reporter actually mean? Today, we know that earned media coverage is of critical importance to building the business of our clients. We also know that, due to the evolving media landscape, it has become increasingly difficult to rise above the noise of countless others clamoring to have their stories told. This is why it is critical for PR professionals to think strategically in order to identify the right story for the right reporter at the right outlet and at the right time to achieve maximum impact. This requires PR professionals to establish and maintain an open dialogue with their clients in order to both develop the story and then the plan for getting the story told. There are several key steps which are absolutely necessary before pitching a reporter, but there also is some critical legwork that needs to be done in advance. This is where it becomes so critical for us PR professionals to make strategic client recommendations on approach, tactics, and goals for every media campaign. Know the story. Feel confident about the delivery of your pitch, regardless of the channel, and make sure you know your client's story and the facts inside and out. When in doubt, request supporting materials that will strengthen your pitch. Recommend a strategy. Set yourself and your team up for success by ensuring that you and your client are aligned on the media plan, strategy, and possible targets for each media relations campaign. Also, establish goals. Avoid confusion by establishing specific metrics for each effort with your client. Remember, there is a difference between securing one feature story placement with a preferred target versus 5 mentions with trade media. Know ahead of time what is appropriate for the specific campaign and make sure expectations are aligned. As my colleague Jen Reese noted in her video, PR Trends for 2014, today smart media relations is not just about buzz. It's actually about building the business of our clients. Once you have the proper strategy in place with agreement from your client, you are then able to identify the right reporters to tell your story. So how do we achieve this? Do your research via any and all accessible tools, such as media databases and even the publication's website. Don't waste time developing media lists. Stay on top of the news cycle and read articles published by your target outlet. Study the various sections and research the masthead. Once you have identified a potential journalist, immerse yourself in their work. Not only should you read their recent and relevant coverage, but know what their job title is and what this actually means. Research the reporters' individual profiles and also their social media presences to get a true sense of their beat, interests, and preferences when it comes to pitching. Then develop tailored strategies for engagement, relationship building, and story pitching for each reporter based on what you've learned. Going back to David Pogue's advice, the strategy for developing the perfect pitch seems so simple it is oftentimes overlooked by PR professionals. His top advice includes: write or deliver your message in plain English. Have a conversation and forget about buzzwords and cliches. It may be difficult at first to deviate from your script, but imagine you are telling a family member or a friend about your client. Look for ways to make it relevant to them based on their interests. Be upfront and direct about what you are pitching and, in the end, offering the reporter. Consider, what is the story? Is there a product or news angle? Who will they be speaking to, and what access to data, stats, and company information will be made available? Always include a call to action. Be clear, brief, and intelligent. Allow opportunities for questions and conversation. Share your knowledge on the subject, and always consider why a reporter's readers should care about your client's story. Remember, you are working to develop a mutually beneficial relationship. Think twice before taking no's for a response. While not being pushy, engage in conversation about the reporter's future coverage plans. Think about alternative story ideas you might be able to offer. Additionally, oftentimes it is worth asking whether or not there is anyone else at the publication that might be interested. Reporters often share pitches and story ideas. At the end of the day, tailored pitches always work best. If you have spare time in your day, look to build proactive media relationships with strategic targets. Through these relationship building exercises, you'll have the opportunity to not only hone your skills, but also build a personal database of media friendlies that you can reach out to and bounce potential story ideas off of.